I'm Ash.
And I'm Fatima.
And this is Fatash. And we're back. Before we even get into anything, go ahead and ask your question, Fatima.
It's gone now.
No. The question you ask now at the start of every stream. How does my hair look?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It looks fine.
Okay,
You have more body today.
I'm like flipping back and forth between like two products. So
well, it looks
so
especially good today. Whatever you did today.
One.
Yes, I like the fluffier one.
But also you told me not to do what the instructions say to do.
Did you do what the instructions said to do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I did not take your advice. And
okay, well,
that seems to be working.
My advice is not law. I have no hair, so what do I know?
You do have hair.
Not enough hair to get fluffy, and I'm about to see. Yep, there it goes. God damn it!
Fuck. Bounce your titties too.
I am not your puppet.
But you are though. Like
I'm not yours. I'm a puppet. I'm not your puppet.
You're your
there
own
is
puppet,
a difference.
like
there is a difference. No. I am my puppet, not yours.
That's what I said. You're your own puppet, like Pinocchio.
Yes.
Because
Pinocchio I have no strings to hold me down. Anyway, so
Pinocchio
maybe your hair
is so dark.
Maybe your hair just needed to get used to the product.
I don't know.
Maybe you needed to absorb more, change the order in which you use the product.
I didn't do any of that. I did the same thing, just again.
Yeah, maybe you just needed to get used to it. Well, I can't remember what happened this week.
Oh, maybe it's so I am not following this challenge because I don't follow any of the challenges like on YouTube, the natural hair challenges, because I don't have the attention span for it.
Happen?
Oh, there's always challenges.
No,
like
I can't challenge my hair. My hair needs routine and pattern. You can't just switch shit up on it just because everybody's doing it.
Well, if you're a content creator and your content revolves around your hair,
okay, that's different.
You got to do something like every week, like on a consistent basis. Like you can't just watch it like I do because I am not a natural hair influencer.
I mean, you don't even like being in the same space with people. So the fact that you even do the show with me,
I like people.
Don't lie.
I do actually.
You ain't got to lie, Craig.
I love people to the point where I studied them. Like I like people.
Yeah, okay.
It's just that I'm a child of the 80s, and my mother used to read to me a book called Don't Talk to Strangers, like it was a fucking fairy tale. Like she would swap in between like
it was a fairy tale.
When you're a kid, you don't know what's normal. Like whatever your parents tell you is normal, like that's what it is.
No, it is.
So I have like the stranger danger deeply ingrained into me.
Listen, you want to talk about things our moms did to us when we were kids that are just ingrained in us in a way that isn't quite problematic, but you realize it's the root of a lot of the way that you function as an adult. My mom is borderline type A and a clean freak. So she made it a part of our routine to flip us over her knee and clean us. Like I would be in the shower, I would shower myself, and then she would still come in, flip me over her knee, and clean my crevices.
Aww.
I think at least through first grade. I feel like I don't know if I was too old or I was just too big for my age, because I remember my legs just knocking shit off of the sink counter because she'd be sitting on the toilet and just having me over her knee as she's cleaning. And every time she'd ask me, has anyone touched you here? No one should touch you here.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, Mom. If anyone touches you here, you tell me. Yes, Mom.
God.
And no one has touched me here in over 30 years. Took that to heart. I'm like, you right. Okay, Mom. No one shall touch me here.
But isn't that a trip? Like they give you all this stranger danger, and then when you're like in, so that's through like elementary school, middle school,
Mm-hmm.
you get to high school, and they're like, you better focus on your books. You
Yep.
know, I don't want you getting pregnant and doing blah 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 blah. And then you go to college, and it's like you better stay focusing on those books. And then right after you graduate, they're like, well, we're gonna have grandbabies, and it's just kind of like,
Right. Like
where would they come from?
there's no balance. There's no balance of like you need to focus on your books
Like
through
I'm
this
supposed to
and
flip
then
like a switch.
right. Like there's no balance
And it's just kind of
in talking
no.
about like, okay, you need to focus on your books for now. But when you're older, think about what you want in a partner. Your partner should respect you. You should be this. Da, da, da. Like they never really talk about what you should look for in a healthy relationship, in a partner. It's always just no boyfriends, but never what kind of boyfriend should I even have if I were to go off the tracks and decide I want to multitask and study and have a boyfriend. There was never any
Right,
real
because that's what you'll need to learn
right.
eventually.
And for me, I just learned from example. I just observed all the relationships that were happening around me, friends and family, and just decided relationships are bullshit. I don't want none of this. Like the chances of me having like an actual good partner seem very slim. If my lessons on probability that I've been studying in college have taught me anything, I don't like these odds. So now here I am, very clean when it comes to my private parts and untouched because such is the life I grew up with. But yeah, then you got your family coming at you later talking about you got a boyfriend yet? When you gonna have kids? I'm like, I'm 30. I'm going on 31. I'm gonna need y'all to stop asking me these questions. If y'all have learned nothing else from observing me all these years, is that I'm gonna do what I want to do on my own time and know that I have a plan.
And
So if
I
I
don't
don't
talk to strangers. So how would that happen? Like
right, I have to leave the house to meet people. I leave the house maybe once a week, and that's only because my office offers lunch on those days.
You're going to get the food.
I'm going there for food, and even then, it's getting cold. So I'm about to just be home for the rest of the year.
Oh man, the change in the weather, it makes me so sad.
Especially since Thursday it was hot here in Chicago. It was like
it was warm here too. It was like 70s.
70 degrees, bruh. Beautiful. And then Saturday it was like
30.
30, and it was the company's annual football game. And I had already said I was going to attend because I didn't attend last year because I was supposed to have been working over the weekend, but that fell through. So by the time I could have gone hang out with folks, it was over. And then this year I'm like, okay, I didn't go last year. Let me actually show up. Company culture and all that. I'm not forced to, but it's not a good look when you're that one employee who's not participating in, outside events that aren't necessarily a holiday party or sanctioned food type events, and you're the black person. Like, it's just not a good look.
Why not? I hate that. Like my social battery, like if I've been at work already, like it's out at the end of the day.
The thing.
And you come to me being like, oh, let's hang out. It's like just
but that's the thing.
No.
And like I said, this is not my company putting the pressure on me. This is me kind of pressuring myself because I'm coming into this company years behind everyone else where we're now working primarily remotely. So I don't even have that benefit of working in office with people that often to actually recognize who these people are, putting names to faces, who's in what department.
Yeah.
So me not even being in the office that often a week, and everybody's not in the office that often. So that's always a mismatch. So I'm like, okay, let me go to the football game. But it's fucking cold and it's Saturday. Saturdays, I like to sleep in and watch all of my anime. And now it's cold. Like, I was texting one of my coworkers. I was like, are you going to be at the game? She's like, I kind of don't want to go. I'm like, oh my God, thank God somebody else said it too. But like, I have to show face because I'm barely in the office as is. And I already said I was going to show up. She's like, girl, I feel you. She ended up not coming till the game was over. I was there at least 15 minutes into the game. But it was a good thing in the sense that, like, there weren't a lot of people this time around. I'm not sure why. But there was only like 3 of us that were taking video and pictures, because one of the people that actually takes really good pictures during the games is on vacation. So it's like, well, let me help. You know, it's like, I'm not playing the game. I can at least be of some contribute to this, because I didn't even stay long for like the after party at the bar. Not really a party, but you know, a little, hey, let's just go to the bar and drink kind of thing. And it was fucking freezing, so I'm like at the bar, and one of my coworkers asked, they're like, oh, do you have any tea? And they're like, we don't have anything hot. I was like, yeah, it's time to go. I'm just here enough to warm myself up, and then I'm out. But yeah, so that was my weekend. I might actually play in the game next year. So if we at least running around, I'll be warm. And maybe I can convince them to move the game to like an indoor field. Cause like, come on now. It's Chicago. It's like 40 degrees. Like, if it's below 50 degrees, I think our backup field should be some indoor field situation. But so that was my weekend, trying to fit in. Because I don't like leaving my house. God. What about you?
I was watching a Taiwanese drama with my mom.
As one does.
Yes. Well, we had started watching this drama, like, it's a drama that I saw a long time ago. Like, it was one of the first Taiwanese dramas that I had ever seen. But like, so I was watching it again, but my mom, like, the dramas, like, I don't have that much time to like watch TV during the week. So
as do
like
most adults.
Started because like I have things that I'm doing like on Upwork, and so like she started watching the drama with me, but then like she couldn't stand it anymore because I have time for like 1, possibly like 2 if I'm really stretching it, episodes per day. And she was like, you're going too slow. So she's watched the whole thing without me. She binged it.
Yep. That is me and my grandma. We might start a show with you, but we're not necessarily going to finish it with you. I'll also sit down and watch with you, but like, are you the type to get mad if someone, well, you've already seen this Taiwanese drama.
For this one, I've already seen it. Also, she did that to me with Meteor Garden too, which is a Chinese drama.
And so that's my question. So like, if you start a show with somebody and they watch it ahead of you, do you get mad at them for doing that, even if they still sit back and rewatch it with you?
Here's the thing. My mother will re-watch it with me, but she will not be, if she knows something that's going to happen, like she won't be able to stop herself from talking and being like, watch this part. Are you watching? Are you looking? Like,
okay.
And then that's a very annoying to me.
Yes, no, for sure. I'm the opposite. I'll watch something and I've already seen it, and my grandma will sit there and watch it with us, and she'll, knowing that I've seen it, be asking me questions like, what's about to happen? I'm like, watch the movie. We watching it together. I'm not about to spoil it for you. Just watch it. Just don't ask me for plot points. I'm just here for emotional support. Like, I'm not about to ruin the experience for the person watching. I like watching people watch things that I enjoy for the first time, you know, and after they've seen a scene, maybe I'll add like context to what they just saw, but not before.
And I do appreciate that she is willing to watch it over again with me, because the only time I get to watch the television, because like I don't have a television in my room, and so the only reason that like mom does, dad does.
I think that's an old person thing nowadays.
But But
If you're
like,
over 50, you probably have a TV in your room.
uh, I've never had a TV in my room.
Oh, you were just poor.
No,
No,
actually,
I'm
I'm
kidding.
thinking about it. I got a TV for like my 12th birthday,
Mm,
and they put it into my room. And then my dad was like, I think that TV in her room is too distracting. And he took it
damn.
and he put it in his room. And then he put an old black and white TV in my room. And then he
Oh
thought that
God.
that was still too distracting. So then he took it all away. And then, like, when I grew up, when I had like my first apartment, I was poor, so like I didn't want to buy like two TVs, especially when I can only watch one at a time anyway.
Yeah,
And the whole apartment is mine, so if I want to be butt naked in front of the TV, I could do that. Um, and
exactly.
then I got diagnosed with a sleeping disorder, and part of sleep hygiene is that you shouldn't have a TV in your room because
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
keeps you from going to sleep. Like the bedroom should be for sex and sleep, and that's it. Like don't try to multitask the
Yeah.
bedroom
No, for
according
sure.
to like that sleep hygiene type of logic.
Yeah. But
Um,
that seems like
and that's
a
why I
mentality of like not modern science, but like prior to our parents growing up, that idea
mm,
of like your bedroom is your sanctity kind of thing. Because my grandfather sleeps with the TV on, which is why my grandmom generally will
oh my
sleep in
god.
like the guest room or in the living room.
I
And
had
she
a
don't.
roommate that did that, and I like looking back, knowing what I know now, I know that she was depressed,
Mm,
but because she had like a comfort movie, which was Beauty and the Beast,
oh
even
wow,
though that movie was on all the time, and
Jesus.
like I've never seen it. I've never seen it all the way
But you
through.
know it word for word.
Yeah, but also yeah, so she couldn't fall asleep without the TV on. I can't fall asleep with the TV on. Um, so like
I feel like the
I
compromise would
would wait
just
until she
be
went to
because
sleep, and I would put on like the sleep timer for her. So I would put on like the sleep timer for her TV so that it would
yeah,
like turn off in 10 minutes. Yeah, so that's how we solved
yeah.
that. Actually, I'm still friends with her. Like she still like occasionally like calls and sends me text messages and stuff.
I feel
She
like
was a
when
good
it comes to living with someone who likes to watch TV as they fall asleep, I think it's more so they either need to like wear headphones or like in my grandfather's case, most of the stuff he's watching, I feel like could just be podcasts that he's listening to because
mm,
he's like me. We love forensic files and all those kind of like crime documentaries. And it's like, I too will go to sleep with my like YouTube playing old episodes of forensic files or something on A&E. But I have like a cover on my phone that like dims the light and sometimes will just stick my phone under my pillow so I can just hear what I'm listening to. So there's not a distracting light in my room. And even as a kid, like I had a TV in my room, but the cable box was always in like a public area or my mom's room. So it's
mm.
like I was beholden to whenever Kids WB was on Saturdays, or you know, I had like that dual TV that had the VHS tape. So it was,
Yeah.
watching tapes until I was like in high school, and then I had a cable box kind of situation. But yeah, what was the point of that? Talking about TV and oh yes, your mom is watching the Taiwanese show
Yes.
without
Yes.
you.
So, but that's pretty much what I did this weekend is just get caught up on this Taiwanese drama that I had already seen. But this is like, in terms of Taiwanese dramas go, I think it's like second ranked like Taiwanese drama
How
ever.
how long had it been since you first watched it?
Damn, I didn't get into Chinese dramas until I'd say like 4 or 5 years ago. So it might have been like 5 years. Like I remember
Okay.
like rough plot points,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
like there's like some of those subplots that I forgot about. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I forgot that this one character gets like runs away from home, gets like raped, addicted to
Mm.
drugs,
Goddamn.
Pimped.
Goddamn. They went through a lot.
And and also like she has and then also like when they're talking about like her history and they do like flashbacks, um she is talking about how she was traded for it. Her mother traded her for a chicken.
Oh, was it cooked or like a chicken that could
It,
lay eggs?
it's never like they don't talk about what kind of chicken, if it was cooked or not, but
Damn. Well,
yeah.
5 years I think is a good time to like go back and watch something that you like, especially a TV series. Like enough time has passed that you can't remember all the plot beats, but you remember you liked it.
I remember I liked it. I remember that it has a happy ending. I remember that. I like the characters. I particularly like how like there's like so like the man has like two love interests, but like neither one of them is like completely like guilt free, and neither one of them is like very evil or anything like that. Everybody was just
Shades of gray.
Everybody was just doing what they thought was right at the moment.
I like that. I like characters like that. I feel like that's kind of what, well, to an extent, House of the Dragon. Like none of them are good per se. They all have done things that are morally compromising with good intentions in mind, except for Otto. Like Otto has just always been, because I think they said themselves that he was like the second son or something, so he wasn't necessarily going to have any claim to anything in the Hightower name. So him being the hand of the king was like his next best bet.
Right.
But hey, if I could get my daughter knocked up by the king, I could have a grandson on the throne. Like,
yeah, and I could rule through him. Yeah.
You know, and I think, you know, that was always his goal. You know, well, I wouldn't say always his goal. Once the queen died, he was like, yo, I got an in. But I don't think he thought Viserys would be so progressive to be like, I'ma just name my daughter. Because he already was moving to be like, yo, whatever you do, do not put your brother on the throne. He a mess. We don't want that. So he figured like, well, he ain't gonna put his brother on the throne, and his daughter's a woman, so all I gotta do is get my daughter pregnant and it's all good. But Viserys is like, no, I actually like my daughter, and I actually entrust her more than like most men would their daughters. Plus,
but so what? Because we still live in a patriarchal society. So then I'm just going to appeal to the small folk and be like, look, he has a son. And also Viserys himself, like, remember how Rhaenyra's mama died? She died in childbirth, and she kept saying like, this is the last time. Like, we keep like trying to have kids so that you can have a son, because Viserys did not see Rhaenyra as his heir to begin with.
No, but
he came around to it.
At the same time, Rhaenyra also talked about how her dad barely acknowledged her, period. You know, so this was also because at the end of the day, Viserys, he just wanted peace. He just wanted a loving family. Like, even with his brother, he just wanted to get along with his brother. His brother was just always pushing his goddamn buttons. Like, he did not want to be king. If he had a choice in the matter, he
just would have been dad.
He would have been out in the fields playing with his Legos for the rest of his life with his wife and his one daughter. He'd have been fine. But here we are in a patriarchal society, or at the very least, now that they were over in Westeros, very much a patriarchal society that wanted men to rule. Because it would seem that the Targaryens, they aren't necessarily opposed to a woman being queen.
Right.
Okay, they're fucking their siblings, their cousins, you know. You got one king who had two queens who were also his sisters. A queen was not going to be something that would appall them. But because they were trying to appeal to the Westerosi way.
Only get away with doing all of that shit, like having a different faith and fucking their sister and not having anybody say anything about it, do things that are so different from the faith of the rest of
Seven.
Westeros,
Yeah.
and uh like the culture of Westeros. The only reason they get away with that shit is because they have dragons.
Yep.
But now they're about to fuck themselves
And
by
Viserys
fighting
is
each
like,
other.
he was one of the few people who was telling folks like, look, we can't control these dragons. It looks like we control them, but we
Yeah,
really
the
don't.
shit we doing with these dragons is a magic trick. Like
They
it's not really
they
reliable.
tolerate us at best. They tolerate us. That's why we try to have the eggs in the cradle at an early age, so we create that bond. So at the very least, they don't try to attack us when we try to ride them. But at the end of the day, they are powerful beasts who, if they don't want to fuck with us at any drop of a hat, they will kill us all.
Yeah, dragons act like cats.
Oh yeah,
they're not horses or dogs. Like they're not very much into the approval of the humans.
I mean, the fact that they can even communicate with dragons with that language, it's very interesting. There's a part of me that wants to know, like,
kind of
why.
like when you call a cat, like a cat may or may not come when you call it. It's gonna consider like what you got for me. Do I feel like it?
The personality of the cat itself.
Yeah.
Because you can have some really affectionate cats, and then you can have some really asshole cats that are like, yeah, you've had me since I was a kitten. I don't give a fuck.
I had a really affectionate cat, but he was still a cat. Like, you can call him, and he'll just look at you like, I don't feel like going over there. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
It takes
right
a lot
here.
to train a cat. I don't really have the patience. That's why someone, I forget who had said this, but like, it was like a comparison of like having cats, or your dislike of cats might be due to like your level of respecting people's autonomy kind of thing. And like, and consent, because cats, if they don't consent to you touching them, it's a wrap. Like,
you won't, they'll put the claws on you.
Right. It's like, okay, yeah, you petted me yesterday, you're not allowed to pet me today because I don't feel like it. As opposed to like dogs, they for the most part are pretty friendly, pretty easy to train and get along with.
But dogs also are just kind of like, dogs are, I cannot do dogs. They're just so much. There was a point,
a lot of energy.
There's a point in which I thought that I wanted a dog because I was living in Appleton, Wisconsin, and there's lots of space, and I was pretty lonely up there. But then I went to go stay with a friend for a little bit, like I was visiting, and she had a dog, and she had like the best dog. He was such a good dog, very obedient, very well trained. But it also let me know I don't want a dog because like when I step into the house, like I want to detox and everything. We step into her house, the dog is like on her, like, hey, it's you. You're here. I got a friend too. Where you been? Where you been?
Yeah. My mom's dog is exactly like that. Immediately at the gate, jumping up and down on your leg. I'm like, you don't even know me. I met the dog for the first time, and it was like jumping on me like it's like,
look at you. You're a person. This is great.
Like, can you back up? And then it's like, okay, you jumping up, like you want me to pick you up. So I try to pick you up, and now you're trying to jump on my arms. I'm like, go away. I can't. Dogs are a lot more energy than I want to deal with. They're not as independent as cats. You got to take them out to use the bathroom. You need to constantly keep them clean, or they're going to just smell up the house. And they have periods.
Yeah.
Female dogs have periods. My mom keeps her dog. Put the
little diaper on.
Yes, her dog stays in a diaper, mostly because she just don't want just dog butthole on her furniture. But also, then when she's on her period, she has like special little like cloth booties that she'll put on her butt on top of the diaper. But yeah, cats.
Which is not to say that I don't like dogs. I like seeing other people's dogs and then being able to
visiting other people's dogs for a little bit. But actually having a dog and maintaining it is a lot more than I'd be wanting to deal with, as opposed to like
and you have to walk them all the time.
Yeah. No, a cat, they don't need to be walked. They don't need to be cleaned like that.
Just poop the poops and you'll be
You
good.
know, they can, if they have a period, it's not blood all over the house. I think they just go into heat or something.
Yeah, I think so
So
too.
they're
I've
just,
never had a female cat. I've only had boy cats.
yeah. One of my friends has a female cat that wasn't neutered or whatever it was you're supposed to do with your cats.
Mhm.
But she in the time that she wasn't, she was just every like once a month, she's just yowling out the window, just got hot butt, as my friend would put it.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, oh well, I'd rather deal with yelling than like blood all over my house.
Right.
You know, but either way, that's a life that I'm not trying to take care of. I'm barely maintaining my own. I don't need that responsibility.
Yeah, I heard somebody say like pets are the new kids and
Yeah.
plants are the new pets.
Like what was
Because we
that
can't afford.
movie? Of what was it? Not Of Mice and Men. What's that movie where like no child had been born for years? I know you know what I'm talking about. Mike, do you know what I'm talking about?
Mike went away, didn't he?
I'm gonna look it up. Children of Men. Thank you. I said Of Mice
I've
and
never
Men.
heard of that.
What?
Never heard of that.
I could have swore that was like a movie or book staple. I know it was. We had to watch the movie in film study. Yeah, in that movie,
I took a film class, but at the time I wasn't aware of my sleeping disorder, and so I fell asleep in every class. Because you can't take me to like a cool place and then turn off all the lights and expect me to like stay awake, no matter what's on the screen.
yeah, no, that. Let me tell you, the film class did get hard for that because some of the movies were boring too.
I got a B plus just guessing, like.
So I'm reading a summary. So the film takes place in 2027, so 5 years from now, when 2 decades of human infertility have left society on the brink of collapse. So, like I think the last child born was in like 2010 or something. In all of the world, only that was the last child born. So for like 20 some odd years, no children have been born, and it wasn't looking like any more children were ever going to be born. So whenever the youngest person in the world died, people were like mourning them, and everybody was pretty much just having pets as kids. Can you imagine that? 10 years of no new people being born? That's wild.
I guess all those elementary school teachers be out of a job.
Shit. Don't laugh.
I don't know what y'all gonna pivot to.
I don't know, librarians.
I don't know. Teaching is one of those skills that has like a lot of different things that you could pivot to once if you break it down. If you break down that overall job into its individual skill sets. I knew actually when I was a pharmaceutical sales rep, I knew a lot of reps who became reps after they had spent some time being teachers. Like they had been like high school teachers, like K-12 teachers. Also a lot of people who used to be nurses also ended up becoming reps. But I was just looking at I forget what it was, but I was looking at this graph that was showing like in the next 10 years, in the next 8 to 10 years, like which jobs are like likely to go away just due to advances in technology. So of course, like jobs that are here to stay have a lot to do with like tech industry, but things such as like sales overall is likely to be handed over to AI. Yeah, so like not needing like a human salesperson, especially given like how much of sales is like no longer face to face.
Shoot, just going into a Target or a Walmart, you can do self checkout.
Yeah, but when's the last time that you went? Because like people don't shop like how they used to shop when we had malls and the mall was popping. Because
I
like
still got
now
one.
people do a lot of online shopping, and
Yeah.
eight like whatever algorithms are on like Instagram and Facebook that will like you click on it, it just ushers you over to their store. Like
Yeah, when
they
it
like AI just has and utilizes so much information that like yeah, I can see how the computer would be a better salesperson than a salesperson.
but you still need some human oversight. I actually just heard of a controversy KFC got into where they apparently have an algorithm set up where they have advertisements based on different holidays or national days of
Hmm.
remembrance throughout the world. So, like, the algorithm scans calendars for days of acknowledgement and holidays. And they made an ad for I believe it's called like the Day of Broken Glass, the day that signifies the kickoff of the Holocaust. And
Oh.
so that is a day of, like, remembrance and mourning to an extent. Like, it's, for lack of a better comparison, it's like 9/11.
Mm.
That's a day of remembrance and all of that. It's not really a day where a lot of advertisers are like, 9/11 sale today, get 9.11% off on your sales when you shop. And no, they don't do that. And that's the same for this particular holiday in Germany. But because KFC had an algorithm going through the calendar, it just saw like, oh, this is a recognized day. Let's sell chicken. So, yeah, you
Yeah,
can't always leave certain,
right.
human
But
touches like that
we
to
need that
just the
right now
machine.
because a lot of AI is new, but the machine will learn.
And that is how we get Terminator. Is that what you want?
And by 10 years from now, it will not make those kinds of mistakes. I
It'll be
guarantee you.
worse. There will be
Mm,
they won't be mistakes. They will be on purpose to kill us all, because they will see that humanity was a mistake and that they are the superior beings if we let them run unchecked. So we still need people, you
we don't
know?
need people to do sales because, like, we don't need to go into stores anymore.
No, I mean, if we're talking about cash registers and stuff like that, that's
And I
something that,
love self checkout. I love, love,
oh,
love
for sure,
self checkout.
when
Oh
it
yeah, I want to
works.
buy all of my embarrassing shit at the self checkout. Like the one cashier being like, "Can I help you?" Like, no, no, I'm buying condoms and enemas and stuff. Like, go
Not
away.
condoms and oh my god. No. No. I mean, I still, one of the ways that stores be trying to get you back in store is by making um shipping free if you have it shipped to the store.
Right, right.
And that definitely gets me. Like, I still order a lot of my stuff to Hot Topic
Hmm.
at my local store so that
Yes.
I don't have to pay $2 for shipping. Yes, it's only $2, but god damn it, it's my $2 and I don't want to spend it on shipping. I would sooner just pay for a $5 day pass that I could just use all over Chicago for that day.
Mm,
Or honestly, it actually pans out to like $2.50 because then I gotta take a separate bus to get to that particular mall.
that's a lot of
But
time.
it's 50 cents more than just having the item shipped directly to my house. But when it's at store, it gives me a reason to then shop at other stores that I necessarily would not have. Plus, I can see what items they have in store that they might not have online. And I can do my return right then and there than trying to have to like ship it out back to headquarters or what have you, which is actually something I just did today. Ordered something to the store that I'm going to have to pick up. Um, or they just need to have like really good sales. I'm actually going to a local comic book shop this weekend because it's their annual Winter is Coming sale where it's like buy 3 graphic novels, get 1 free. I could just have easily bought all of these books on Amazon already. Free shipping. Well, not free shipping because my friend pays for a subscription. So it's, it pays for itself within the year. But, and Amazon do be having lower prices than the local store. But I'm getting at least 1 whole book for free. That makes up for the difference in cost. The $2 difference a book that I would otherwise be paying for.
I fucking love, but like also you don't buy digital books, do you?
No, it depends on the book. Some things.
Yeah, I really love a digital book.
I like physical.
Man,
I like the feel of a book in my hand.
I like 1,000 journal articles and like 100 books, like just at my disposal all the time.
No,
on my phone,
in my hands. I'm running out of bookshelf.
It is in my hand.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
My cell phone is in my hand, and all my books are in here.
I don't know, man. A physical book just hits different. Like literally, you could hit somebody.
Yeah,
with
it
a book.
hits my back different.
No, when it comes to like books for study material, yes, give me a digital book. Especially when I was like in school. Yeah, give me the digital
form. Being able to I like my fiction books, my academic books, my all the books. Like I like them digital. Also, I like seeing a book, like looking for a book that I want and having it right now. Like I'm gonna give you the money right now, and then you give me the book right now.
Yeah,
I don't have to
They are generally cheaper.
Yeah, which is crazy.
I just like having a physical book. I just like it. I just like if it's something that I enjoy, I want to have it in its physical space. Like I'm the same with movies and video games. Like I don't buy video games that often, but when I do, I prefer to, if it's available, buy it as a physical copy. Mm-hmm. Or even especially nowadays with movies being streaming more than anything, like getting an actual Blu-ray. Like if I have a Blu-ray of something, I like that shit. That will, I rock with that movie, that series, whatever it is. I don't have many DVDs.
I often think about like how streaming is funneling what we're all seeing, because like at any given moment, like a thing that you're streaming can just go away.
Yeah.
I
don't like that. It's like the Disney Vault, but digital everybody's
for everything, not just Disney stuff, but for everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I like the convenience of it every now and then, but I don't like that they can just pull the plug on something, especially if it's something that they don't even necessarily have plans to make, physical copies of. It's like, even if you're just doing
that.
Even if HBO is a big component of that. There's a few series that they have, especially animated cartoon type series that they have that they've pulled the plug on and had no intentions of actually making DVDs of them. So you have to rely essentially on pirated sites, or if you haven't already recorded it on a DVD yourself, you might be out of luck. Now they might come back sometime later and be like, for a limited time, get this DVD, or even do like a pre-order thing, like see how many people actually want this thing so that you're only printing enough for what's in demand.
I'm glad that I have. So like, remember when I told you like my roommate had like a comfort movie, which was like Beauty and the Beast?
The Disney one, or is there another version that she watched?
No, it's the Disney one, the cartoon. Like I'm glad that I have physical copies of all of my comfort movies.
Oh, what's one of your comfort movies?
Carmen Jones.
I have no idea what that is.
With Dorothy Dandridge.
No, Mike, do you know what that is?
Pull up the trailer of Carmen Jones. Oh, actually, Mike knows because I've made Mike watch Carmen Jones. And
Oh
we
my
still
gosh.
have jokes about it.
I don't know that I have a comfort movie. Like, there's nothing that I necessarily put on because I'm not feeling well. I put
Carmen
stuff on
Jones is
when
one of
I'm
mine.
tired.
Boomerang. Boomerang is one of mine.
Oh, my mom loves that movie.
Yes.
Comfort movie. Yeah.
And The Wiz.
A lot of black classics.
Yeah.
I'd have to say, again, these aren't necessarily movies that I put on because I'm not feeling in the best of moods, but these are movies that I know if I'm watching it, I'm gonna be in a good mood. A Goofy movie. A Goofy movie is a great time.
I was not even aware that this movie existed.
Girl, you need to watch a Goofy movie. Well, okay, I can't say that. For a lot of black people, a Goofy movie is a black classic.
Until, like YouTube keeps recommending that I watch a video about somebody talking about the Goofy movie as a black classic, and I was just kind of like,
a lot of black folks see a Goofy movie as a black classic,
and I was not aware.
Yeah. It resonates with a lot of us. Part of it comes from the fact that a lot of us had to watch it on repeat when we were at summer camp or after school programs or what have you. But the characters are relatable, especially if you grew up as like a teenager in the 90s. I think Max is very much relatable. I like the songs. I still like the songs. Another movie that is guaranteed to put me in a good mood, The Fifth Element. It is just campy sci-fi fun.
Oh, Carmen Jones is downloaded. Yes.
Okay, where is it?
Show us Carmen Jones, please.
Okay, I can't say that this looks familiar.
Who gave you Showboat, Oklahoma, South Pacific, and The King and I. Brought to the screen by Otto Preminger, who produced and directed such hits as Laura and The Moon is Blue. With the original Bizet music that made Carmen one of the most popular scores in the world. With a cast of show world favorites starring Harry Belafonte, Dorothy Dandridge, Pearl Bailey, Olga James, Joe Adams, with a new modern story of the exciting people and colorful places of America.
Clips of this
What's
from?
mine's yours, Joey. And that goes
I want
right
to say
down
maybe
the line.
Lovecraft Country.
Sure, it's a good time. What we got to do for it?
Don't ask him that now, honey. Let's get to Chicago first. So you run out on me. Sure. He can give you a better time than I can. Fancy clothes, swell company, the whole works. Husky Miller's latest woman. Only that ain't the way it's gonna be. I swear, let no man take you away from me.
Trailers were long back in the day. Like, what is Yeah, I feel like I've seen clips of this in other like black media for something else, but I've never actually seen the movie in context.
Oh, I just love this movie. And it's got a sad ending.
Oh, that sucks.
I just love it.
I'd say also, what's another good one for me? I said The Fifth Element, a Goofy movie, Annie. Basically musicals, honestly. I like musicals to put me in a good mood.
You should watch Carmen Jones. It's a musical.
It looked like it. And it's got black people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe one.
You should know. You should know who Dorothy Dandridge is and Pearl Bailey. And
the name Dorothy Dandridge, yes, that sounds familiar. That was the only name that sounds familiar.
What you should not watch is the Beyonce remake. That was bad.
Oh my God. That is the one I had seen. That's probably
Oh no.
that is probably why I was like, yo, this sounds familiar. And that was why.
No,
That was why. Okay, so what had happened was my stepdad's father, for whatever reason, felt like we had to watch this Beyonce Carmen
Oh,
Jones.
it was so bad.
It was like an MTV production or something.
It was, and I
It
love
was
Beyonce,
so bad.
but that was so bad. That's like the worst
Look,
thing she's ever done.
and I was like, I wasn't even in high school yet. I had to be somewhere middle school or something, maybe 12, 13, maybe 14. And I'm watching this and we are so fucking bored. But my mom, my mom was just recently dating my stepdad. And I was still not feeling my stepdad. Like, I did not fuck with this man or his family. And this is not anything against my stepdad or his family. They were actually very nice people and very welcoming to me. I was just a moody teenager that didn't want some dude coming in replacing my dad, as some teenagers do. But anyway, this did not add any bonus points to me liking this family being held hostage to this horrible
Beyonce bad. Why did he think it was good? Now I got questions about him. Like, is he okay?
I feel like he was just like, I don't know, maybe he thought, oh, Beyonce, kids like Beyonce.
They don't like this shit. Oh my God.
You're just down and watch this. And then he had the audacity to, like, I can't remember if he left or if he fell asleep during the movie.
Either one would make sense. The movie was terrible, but to then like leave you with it.
Yes, like all I remember from that movie is it being boring, it feeling torturous. It was not funny. I remember Beyonce in red, and I think she died. That is all I remember. It was not good. It definitely left a very bad taste in my mouth when it comes to Beyonce and acting. It's not like as she's done more roles, she's passable, kind of. Like she doesn't portray the character as I'd expect someone to do when you're acting. When you're acting, I expect you to become that character, and I think her acting is best when she's being Beyonce, essentially. Like her stage persona or Sasha Fierce is like her other personality. I think that is where she is more natural as a performer, is when she's performing.
I think she should altogether leave the acting alone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, she like Dreamgirls was okay, but I felt like
you still see Beyonce
everyone else
acts.
around her, like the rest of the cast, like
again,
picked up all the slack.
When Beyonce acts, all you see is Beyonce. It's Beyonce. You don't see Beyonce playing this role. This is Beyonce.
Jennifer
saying
Hudson
words.
Getting an Oscar for her role in Dreamgirls is just kind of like, this makes sense because you picked up Beyonce and you carried her on your back.
I mean, and she had that show-stopping song.
Yeah.
Like, do you think, and God forbid anyone from the Bayhive sees this, but
I forgot about them.
I know, right?
Oh no.
Okay.
But they know. They gotta know.
Just because they know don't mean they want to say it out loud and let people know that they know that this is a crack in the glorifying image that is Beyonce. But sometimes you just gotta know your strengths. Beyonce, she is a performer. When it comes to music.
EGOT. At one point, she had said that she wanted to EGOT, but like after doing so many movies, she has to see the reviews. Like,
I mean, so many. I mean, I only count like what? Austin Powers.
Yeah.
The Carmen Jones remake. That one movie when she was married to Idris Elba and the
Oh my
white woman
God,
was trying
that
to
movie is
steal
so
him.
bad. I saw that movie in theaters. It was
Uh,
so bad.
what was the other movie? She did the voice of Nala in the Lion King remake.
Ooh, that was weird. I don't.
Yeah, those are the only movie. Oh, Dreamgirls. Now, do you think?
That was enough. That was a lot, and it was torturous all the way through. Like,
But people who have EGOTs have been in a number of movies and in live stage performances. Some of them are generally classically trained at that. Beyonce is not a classically trained
but Whoopi
actor,
Goldberg has EGOT. Like,
but she's been in a lot of movies.
yeah.
Yeah,
How'd she get her Grammy though?
she probably did like a audiobook.
Uh,
You can get Grammys for an audiobook because I believe
I didn't know that.
yep, audiobooks, perform like comedy performances that were recorded because I believe Obama has a Grammy. I don't know,
Wow.
for an
But he
audiobook.
also has like that distinguished voice. Like, I could
Exactly.
see why. I'm glad
Mm-hmm.
that there's awards being given for audiobooks because like some of them are like the acting that goes into them, like
I know. Yeah.
it's really astounding. It's
There's
great.
whole like radio shows on Spotify. You know, it's not just all true crime.
I don't know, but like the kind of like I don't listen to a lot of true crime podcasts. I listen to cults, which is
Mm-hmm.
all about
Yeah, no, I
cults.
don't watch a lot of or listen to a lot of true crime. I watch
Um,
them on YouTube, and they tell me that they're also recorded as podcasts. I'm like, oh, okay,
oh, she
cool.
won a Grammy for a comedy album. That makes sense. That makes
That
sense.
I told you, comedy and books on tapes. You can get those. So again,
Maybe Beyonce could do that.
the EGOT again is an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Yeah. I think she should just
And
let go of the acting. Like, don't
I don't
do it
believe
anymore.
I don't
Like,
think Beyonce's been on stage to get a Tony.
good.
But again, getting back to my question for
I
Dreamgirls,
mean,
do
Diddy
you
was on
think?
stage and nobody liked it. Like, he was in A Raisin in the Sun and
Oh yeah.
it was so bad. So bad.
Do you think Beyonce could have carried that song like
The
Jennifer
one that
Hudson?
Jennifer Hudson did?
Yes.
No, no, no. And Beyonce can sing and she has
Yeah.
range. But
Yeah.
that was
But it
but,
wouldn't
like,
hit the
Jennifer
same.
Hudson, like, what's so astounding about her in that song is that that song is not only sung, it's acted.
Mm.
And there's
I
a
feel
lot
that.
of emotion in the song that Beyonce, I don't
Mm.
think she can sing it, she can't act it, and that's why her
Mm.
performance would never be as good as Jennifer Hudson's.
Damn. No, that's fair. Like I think Beyonce could probably do a cover of it for sure.
Yeah,
But I
karaoke, like, but we don't need it. Like,
but I don't think the
I think she should sing it at home in
emotion.
her car and never let us hear it because we'll always compare
No,
her
I
to
wouldn't
Jennifer
mind
Hudson.
hearing it, but the emotional, like the extra oomph of emotion that Jennifer Hudson puts into it, I don't think I
We
would
wouldn't believe Beyonce
feel.
if she tried it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a je ne sais quoi. Like I can't describe it. It's like I like Beyonce for the most part. It's the same with me liking Rihanna. I like Rihanna. Don't necessarily think Rihanna can sing.
I think Rihanna can sing,
I like her
but
voice, but I don't necessarily like when I think of singing, I think of like tonal ranges.
mm,
And her voice has a melodic element to it that I like to hear on tracks.
mm.
But singing, I don't really associate her with singing. Like a lot of her lyrics just feel more like melodic talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just doesn't. Okay.
Oh, that's mean. That's mean.
I'm not familiar enough with Nate Dogg to know,
Oh
but like
my god. Oh my god.
Rihanna, and you spelled her name wrong, and excuse me, it's actually Rihanna. It's pronounced Rihanna.
Is
Everybody
it?
just yeah.
She's
I don't know.
Rihanna
It's
Fenty and not
Rihanna.
Rihanna Fenty this
It's
whole
we've
time?
been calling her Rihanna for years, but apparently it's Rihanna. She just got tired of
Oh,
correcting people.
wow.
Rihanna.
We're sorry.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
it
It didn't look right, but you had a. I'm pretty.
it looked right to me.
Let me just look it up. I'm pretty sure it's RIH.
Oh, you're right. There is an I between the R and the H. It's Rihanna.
Yeah, Rihanna. So again,
Ooh. We're so
love.
sorry. We're so
Yeah,
sorry. Don't hurt us.
yeah. So Rihanna, I like her songs. Yes,
Yeah.
there you go.
That's why she's
I
Riri.
think the H. I
God.
think the H is more after the E, so it's like Rihanna,
Rhaenyra.
not Rihanna. It's Rihanna. Anyway, the point being, I
Don't
ride
burn
on this.
yourself on your dragon.
She's not necessarily the strongest singer, but I like her voice. You know, is it a lot of range? No. If I had to make like a dream team of like people
But
who could sing the house
her
down,
songs are so fun though. Like bitch better have
exactly.
my money
Yes,
is
bitch, but I have
fun.
my money, girl.
Rockstar is
Rockstar, fucking what is the other one? Pour It Up,
mm-hmm.
Rude Boy.
Yeah.
You know, what's my name? What's that song? Oh no, no, what's my name? Is that what
Yeah.
it's called? What's my name?
Yes.
Her songs have a way of getting stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Cause like even her new song for the Black Panther movie, Lift Me Up, do not know any of the words outside of lift me up, hold me down, and that's it. I don't.
But also she has that cute ass accent. So
Yeah,
she gets points for that
and
too.
a thick ass body.
Yes,
My
she can
God, like
dance. And she can dance. Aw.
she's gone to see the evolution from Pone, the replay, to Good Girl Gone Bad is like shoot, even from Good Girl Gone Bad to Anti, like
Yeah.
her body has changed so much. And I'm like, yo, could that be me one day? Cause like everyone for a
You just
long
keep eating cheese grits.
something, like I want to know what she's been eating to go from what she looked like in Pone to Replay to where she is now. Cause like I don't know if you saw her latest Savage Fenty.
No.
Oh my gosh, I love watching her fashion show every year because it's very inclusive. Like there's not only are there men, because her Savage Fenty line also does lingerie clothes for men. It's people of like every kind of like body type. So you've got big men, skinny men, fit men, fat women, skinny women, non-binary people. Like
Oh, I have seen her fashion shows. She always does that.
yeah, like not only am I watching for the sake of seeing like what would my body type look in some of these outfits, because it's like yeah, I could fit it, but do I look cute in that? Let me look at a body that's wearing it right now. Let me see how it moves on a body. Like she has them dancing. It's not just them walking down the street or a runway. They're like moving. They are dancing. Like they don't even wear heels for the most part. They're in like Nikes because they are dancing so hard. But it also is like a testament to like the durability of what they're wearing. I'm like, God damn. These fishnets did not tear in that split.
Durability testing on stage.
Yes. Yes. It's again, it is a testament to the clothes durability, or at least the ones that they're wearing during the show. The choreography is good. The music that they have is always great. You know, I've said before, when I was younger, I wanted to be a Victoria's Secret angel because the outfits just look so pretty, and I wanted to wear one of the wings. But now I'm like, can I just make a cameo in the Savage Fenty show? Like, just be there in one of the outfits posing, not dancing, because she tends to have a lot of different celebrities make cameos. Some of them dance, some of them are just kind of doing like a little runway walk. Like this one, she had Simu Liu showed up, Asian man representation. I'm like, okay, Simu, I see you. And Johnny Depp, which was like a point of contention for some people. I didn't really care too much. I still like Johnny Depp. He's a character to me. I like Johnny Depp, whatever. But they had him show up. He ain't do nothing but just walk from one tree to another while Fresh So Clean was playing in the background, which I just found immensely amusing for some reason. Just Johnny Depp attempting to look sexy to So Fresh So Clean. But yes, that is, I won't say it's a goal, but if I end up in a fashion show, it would be Savage Fenty. And it would be the highlight. Oh, I just realized. Janelle Monáe could end up in a Savage Fenty show. That would be, oh my God. Because, like, I don't know if many people know this, but, like, Janelle Monáe is low-key thick herself. Like, if you follow, girl,
I thought she was like
I know. She looks like she's tiny, but she's actually has a few videos of herself on like Instagram, like in bikinis, or like she was the leader of like the Pride Parade this year. I forget in which city, but she's like on the float in like fishnets and just pasties on her titties. I'm like, oh my God, her titties are huge. Oh my God. Because like when I actually met her a few years ago and took a picture with her, she was just like in her big old baggy sweatshirt that I also have and like leggings, and she's short. She was like in flat, so like she looks short and unassuming, but nah, when she shows out, oh my God. So yeah, I want to either look like Janelle Monáe or Rihanna when I grow up, and then Angela Bassett when I'm like 60 plus.
Yeah.
Something realistic.
All right. Well, it looks like it's time for us to wrap it up.
Oh, and look, without Mike having to kick us out, unless he said something in the chat.
You didn't see the chat.
Oh, I didn't. Oh.
Yeah, a while back he said,
darn it!
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were doing so well.
No.
Oh, I had the wrong chat open. Okay, well, I've been Ash.
And I've been Fatima.
And this has been
Fatash.